Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at some of Craig Jones's entries into the legs, but it's going to be more of a general video, so not diving into the specifics of each technique, but more discussing the general principle as to why he's doing that technique and why he's doing the things he's doing. So those principles can apply to many aspects of jiu-jitsu, not just leg entries. So please like and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. And let's get to it. So this match took all of about 15 seconds for Craig to secure the heel hook, so we're going to let the whole thing play. And we could see his opponent kind of coming in, trying to put a little pressure on the legs, and Craig uses his inside position with his feet and this grip on the wrist to pull his opponent a little farther forward than they would like to go. So the idea of Kuzushi before entering into your attack is what we're going to be looking at today. So we could see his opponent, trying to squat down on his legs, be heavy here. Craig uses this grip on the wrist and that hook to elevate, slide right into this cross ashigurami position. So the reason that looks so smooth is because he was able to get his opponent's weight forward, right? And take the weight off the legs. And the reason he was able to do that is because of Kuzushi. And I'm going to leave a link in the description talking about this specific technique. And if you guys are interested in learning the specifics behind this technique, I recommend checking out that link. But again, in this video, we're just talking about the principle of Kuzushi before attack. So we can see Craig gets the heel, and as soon as his heel pops out here, boom, yeah, done deal. So in this match, Craig takes a grip here on the ankle, right? His opponent is kind of down, sitting back on their heels, trying to play a more conservative game, not letting Craig get underneath him. So what he does is he takes this cross shoulder post here, and that combined with the grip on the ankle allows him to push his opponent farther back than they would like to go. So in the first scenario, his opponent was giving him a little weight, so Craig took him a little far forward than they would like to go and entered into the legs. In this scenario, it's the opposite. His opponent was kind of sitting back on their heels, so Craig pushed him a little farther over their heels, and you can see here, enters right into the same position, that cross ashigurami position. So we end up in the same position, but the Kuzushi was different, right? It was opposite. In one scenario, he pushed his opponent backwards. In another scenario, he pulled him forward. But that all depends on the reaction that your opponent is giving. So Craig himself actually has a video breaking down his heel hook here against Nathan Orchard. So I'll leave that link in the description. He goes into some detail about how to separate the legs and wrap the heel. Pretty cool. So check that out if you're interested. But again, this time we're just focusing on the principle of Kuzushi before attack. And just to connect some dots, because that's the idea behind this channel, is to connect dots and kind of paint a more general approach to jiu-jitsu by creating somewhat of a journal here. And yeah, hopefully give us a platform to connect more dots. So if you guys ever have anything you want to share, please leave it in the comment section. It would help out a lot. The same idea of Kuzushi goes for arm bars. In this scenario, if we are here getting stacked in an arm bar and our opponent is putting a lot of weight over our head, it's easy to spin out the back, right, to finish that belly down arm bar. However, if our opponent has a more conservative stack and a lot of their weight is kind of back over this hip of ours, in this case, the left hip here, it's easier to spin over our other shoulder and end up in that belly down position. So in both scenarios, you're ending up in a belly down armbar. However, the way that you get there depends on the weight of your partner. So if your partner is sitting back more on their heels, you push them back farther on their heels. If they're coming forward, you push them farther forward. And that gives you the space to enter into your attack or finish your sweep or whatever you're trying to do. So the idea is if your opponent wants to step with their left leg, you let them step with their left leg. You just push their left leg a couple inches farther than they wanted to step. So it creates an off balancing that leads very well into submissions or sweeps or whatever you're trying to do. So if you made it this far, I really appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.